welcome to Vlogtober Day 10. Today is going to be so exciting. We're headed through Church Hill, which is a beautiful neighborhood here in Richmond if you've never been. It is a vibe, I would say, during the fall. The fall foliage is on point. The houses, as you can see behind me, are absolutely gorgeous. We're going to get a coffee. We're going to go to the cemetery. We're going to go to Libby Hill Park, show you the views. We're going to dinner later, get some ice cream, and lastly, a ghost tour. It is going to be a very exciting day. This is going to be one of my favorite days. I can already tell in Vlogtober.
We love Church Hill.
And yes, lovely. So let's go get like a seasonal latte at Riverbend Roastery.
Let's do it.
It's literally right here. We just parked next to it. So we've got the salted pumpkin shaken espresso with oat milk, and it's vegan as is, so you can come and get pumpkin spice anything at Riverbend Roastery, and it doesn't have dairy in it, which is great. They could make all their seasonal menu dairy-free except the blueberry one because it has a white mocha that's not vegan, I guess. But yeah, it's really good. It's slight. It's not too sweet. It has that saltiness.
I love a good shaken espresso because I feel like it tastes more strong with the espresso flavor.
Oh yeah, we got decaf too.
Yeah, and it's like less like, sometimes the pumpkin spice stuff is too sweet, so the shaken espresso, really good.
We are here at St. John's. We just made it, and it is a great cemetery to come and just walk around. I also recommend taking a cemetery tour because then the guide tells you more about each tombstone, which is how we learned a lot more.
And they do it in
costume.
clothing.
They do. Also, the church they do a separate tour of, which this is an iconic historic church. It's one of the oldest buildings in Richmond, 1741. They've added on over the years, but the original part is still there where the famous Patrick Henry's Liberty or Death speech took place. And actually the 250th anniversary of that's coming up in March. So if you want to get tickets to that, I already got mine.
Yeah, the reenactment?
Yeah, they're doing a reenactment special just for the anniversary. So that's pretty cool. A lot of like the old American Revolutionary War stuff's coming around to the 250th.
Crazy.
So yeah, pretty wild. But anyway, they're not open right now, but we're just going to walk around with our drink for a little bit, just get the vibes. And the foliage here is so good. Later on in October. First week of October. Actually, we're into the second week of October already.
Yeah.
So not so much, but I will tell you that this tree, this tree right here turns the most beautiful bright orange.
It's so bright.
It's one of my favorite trees in Richmond when it does turn, but last year it didn't turn until about first week in November. So
yeah.
I'll keep my eyes on it and see when it turns, but it's really nice. There is a little bit of foliage, Lucas was saying, in here, so we're getting that a little bit. Also, can we talk about how the fact that I'm wearing a jacket?
Jackets are out.
One of the coldest days in Richmond, 68 degrees so far. It's a little hot for the jacket, I'll admit, but later on in the ghost tour, I think it'll be perfect.
See, this tree has some foliage.
Yeah, I guess so. Lucas is saying this like purplish tree has foliage.
I like how they built the tombstones into the brick. They have the bricks around the tombstones.
Oh yeah, so they put in the brick after the tombstones, just kept the tombstones in the brick. So I'll show you what he's talking about in a second. I'm gonna come back to Church Hill and do like a whole Edgar Allan Poe sites like tour with you guys in like 2 days. So I'll show you more about the tombstones and stuff then. But Lucas found foliage. Oh yeah, just the tip over there. All right, that's what this has become. Just looking for foliage, apparently.
If I see one leaf.
Let's go to George Wyth's tombstone. I have a lot to say about George Wyth, mostly because I read the book I Am Murdered, which is the tale of how George Wyth was murdered by his grandnephew. It's such a good book because it really gives a sense of what Richmond was like in the early 1800s, because he was murdered in 1806. Poisoned, by the way. Probably rat poison, arsenic, that sort of thing. The reason I say probably is you have to read the book. And I don't know, should I spoil alert you a little bit? Basically, it was the O.J. Simpson trial of its day. It's very similar, very similar. And I think you can understand that his grandnephew got off and did not get, what's that called?
He got acquitted, right?
Acquitted? Jailed? But what's it called if they get jailed? Yeah, so he didn't get convicted of the murder. Evidence was only seen and given by people of color, and they weren't, at the time, Virginia said that a testimony of a person of color against a white person didn't count. Anyway, There's more to it than that. There was a botched autopsy by like the best doctors of the day, and one of the doctors is like buried over there, and he's the reason his grandnephew got off, and they're kind of buried next to each other, which is very interesting. And was supposedly a friend of his. Just saying. But anyway, George Wythe, crazy story. If you love history and if you love Richmond, that book I highly recommend. I Am Murdered. You can get it at the St. John's bookstore or at the VMHC or off Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description below. One of my favorite books I read since moving to Richmond. So it is 5 o'clock. St. John's closes its gates at that time, so we got to head out. So it's just a short, quick little St. John situation. But like I said, I'll be back in 2 days, and I'll show you more of the tombstones and cemetery then when I'm doing the egg roll and Poe sites. But now we're headed to Libby Hill Park, one of our favorite parks in town. Probably one of our favorite. It probably is our favorite. Let's be real.
I think so.
Yeah. We have made it to Libby Hill, and there's no sign of foliage yet, but there is vibes. There always is vibes. Was there cicadas last time we were here?
Probably. Yeah.
Cicadas do get loud in Richmond.
Very peaceful.
It's so peaceful and nice. I know. It's like you want to move to Churchill because of this park, honestly. And just like the vibes of the architecture of the houses and the walks. Oh, it's been so nice today already. Our food reservation is in like 20 minutes. So we just got to like spend a little time here walking around looking at the views and then eat some food. Can't wait for that. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I agree. I can't wait either. Never been.
The weather's so nice. Wow, you can see the Carillon from here.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
Never noticed that.
World War I monument. There are so many people just like sitting and pondering the view because it's just gorgeous up here. You can see the Lucky Strike building downtown and the breeze. It's like the first nice, cool day in Richmond. So many people are out here enjoying it together.
And someone even left
like
carved pumpkins under one of the trees.
They're making sure the vibe's right. And I like that. There's a train going by in the distance. This is a very Richmond feeling right now. My preferred view. I actually prefer the river view over the Lucky Strike, which is crazy because they're both perfect, but there's something about seeing this river in the distance. Also, this is the location where William Byrd II looked upon the river and said, "This looks like Richmond" in the UK, and named the city Richmond. So this is the spot where the city got its name. So it's very iconic too. And I will tell you, one of my friends who's British from London, we went out to eat with him at a pub, and he was showing us his pictures from visiting Richmond, UK, and literally they looked the same. It was crazy. I was like, that looks like Richmond, Virginia. And then I showed him like where we had just moved, and he was like, what? And I was like, we're named after you. I mean, it makes sense. They do look alike. William Byrd II was not wrong. It's the dreamiest city. I don't know. I just love it here so much. Sorry, it's really loud because someone's doing sawing like behind us, but we're headed into the Roosevelt for dinner. I've never been to the Roosevelt before. It has vegan options. It's like kind of fine dining. It's in this house. Sorry, that was probably loud too. So it's gonna be really quaint, really cozy. I feel like it'll be the perfect dinner place for tonight. And sorry, it's loud. We're on the street. Anyway, let's head in before it gets louder.
Four Roses and Mezcal. This is the rattlesnake? Yeah, the rattlesnake, but it had a name before that. It started with a D. I can't remember.
Okay.
This is the rattlesnake drink. Ooh, Mezcal and Four Roses together. It has lemon and orange as well. It's citrusy, and it has like a bite to it a little bit. I think that's what they call it, the rattlesnake. It's really good.
I'm gonna taste test Lucas's drink just to make sure, quality control. That's dangerous. You could put a straw on this and just chug it. Yeah. It's delicious. It's kind of like a margarita.
Yeah, it is actually. It's weird how that happens.
But much better. Mezcal, Four Roses, bourbon and smokiness, fruitiness. Solid choice. Uh-oh. She went in for a third sip. That's dangerous.
A third?
I did, I think, or was it two?
I think it was two.
Okay. Either way, they were big. So the first thing we ordered, the broccolette, is here. I'm going to taste test it. Apparently it's fried broccoli with a special, I can't remember what sauce actually, but let's taste it. It smells incredible. Buttery, delicious. Has tons of dill in it. Lucas, what are you thinking?
Here we go.
Lucas is going in on it. Right? The dill flavor comes in at the end, doesn't it?
I love it.
It's really good. I think we're supposed to like put it on our plate and eat it, but
It keeps getting better.
we're taste testing it, right?
Wow.
Buttery and delicious. And it's just broccoli, like, I don't know. I feel like this place is gonna be delicious.
It tastes like the exact kind of fries you want with like other stuff.
Yeah, so we also ordered a side of fries because they look so good on someone else's table, so. Thin, tasty, delicious. We also got pulled mushrooms. I don't remember what that involves, but it comes with bread. So I'm just gonna dip a little bit in.
Green stuff on the side of the bread too.
Smells, oh my gosh, the bread smells incredible.
Yeah.
The bread is smoky. The mushrooms, or is it the mushrooms that's smoky?
Pumpkin seeds in there too.
Pumpkin seeds, not like a strong mushroom flavor yet.
They gave us the spoon.
Let's check. Oh, okay, let me try it. Let me try it like without the bread. Sauces are delicious with it. The mushroom is tender and delicious. Yes to everything. The last thing we have ordered was the Hearts of Palm. It's supposed to be like a vegan crab cake. Lucas does not like vegan crab cakes, so it might just be me going solo on that one, but maybe you'll like this one.
We'll see.
We'll see, he says. You never know. I also want to mention this place is classy, cozy. Their presentation is amazing. The food is delicious. I think it's a great stop for like a fine dining experience, date night, anniversary. Like, also the cocktails are reasonably priced. They're like $12, $13. I think that's incredible. We're loving everything so far. I'm going to try some of this Hearts of Palm crab cake. Vegan crab cake really quick. Ooh, it looks hot. Warm, cozy. It's not seafood tasting at all.
Okay, good.
You're going to love it. It's absolutely delicious. It has like a crunchy crust on the outside. It's more like a lemony flavor, if anything. Really good.
See what happens. Really good. It pairs so well with the broccolini and
Everything.
yeah.
Okay, apparently the chef made an additional dish for us and they just brought it out. I don't know why, but I'm excited. Maybe they know who I am, but I don't know. Okay, we never can tell.
Good luck. Is it fire? It smells fire.
Wow. It's bok choy with like the special like vodka sauce, basil-y, and then they have the crunchy pistachios. Very unique dish. We love a good fresh basil. This is off menu, so I don't know if you can ever order it, but yeah, so we got the mushroom thing. It comes with bread, and we've been using the bread for like all the dishes. That was clutch.
Oh.
But everything's been absolutely delicious. This whole experience has been amazing. I will be back here for sure. I can't believe how long it's taken us to come here.
Long time.
The ambiance is flawless too. Okay, the chef brought out another dish, and it's like grilled, not shishito peppers, but there's a certain type of pepper. And it's smoky and smells delicious. I'm just gonna eat it like a person that isn't classy.
Let's see.
Umami flavor. Also off the menu. So good. This experience just keeps getting better and better, and we also got dessert.
The cherry on top, cherry sauce. Oh my gosh. Really good.
So this cake was labeled as a yellow cake with cherry. It was called a cherry wine or cheer wine
It
cake.
definitely has a lot of cherry and wine.
It's okay, wow, so it's like cherry and wine flavored.
Have it with the cherry.
Lucas says have it with a cherry bite. So this is a good vegan dessert choice. Yeah, the frosting's like a fancy.
It almost is like a fancy yogurt.
I was just gonna say fancy yogurt. That's hilarious. Like an upscale fancy cherry go-gurt with
I love
cake.
that.
Man, we are full. We are so stuffed. We got a bunch to go. We could not finish. I think we'll finish the dessert though, because as my dad always says, you have a second chamber in your stomach for dessert.
It's true.
Lucas agrees.
I might have 2 of them.
Lucas has 2 chambers for dessert? I don't know about that. So we just finished our food at the Roosevelt. And while we were in there, I totally forgot. I haven't mentioned on the vlog yet. I was on the news. I was on Virginia this morning on CBS6 for the Vegan Club this morning.
Yeah.
It was such a good experience. I got to do an interview, and then they did like a demo of the vegan pizza they're going to serve at this week's Vegan Club event. So it's
And you
on
wore a really cool green suit.
all green nails, green shoes. People loved it. It was really fun.
I was proud.
I can leave a link to it below if you guys want to watch the interview. It was really cool. But this video is actually coming out the day of the event. So if you're watching this, know that the event starts at 6 at Bingo Beer. And if you can make it, you can still come.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really lovely to talk to them and to, I don't know, share more about Vegan Club. Hopefully somebody watched it and joined. If they want to come have vegan food, all are welcome, or come to the event. It was a really good experience. But now we are going to walk around a little bit. We have a bit about 10 minutes to kill before the ghost tour. They don't allow filming on the ghost tour, so I'll probably just take pictures if they allow pictures, and then we'll give you our review of the ghost tour afterwards. So the ghost tour company we are doing the tour with is called Haunts of Richmond, and this is the Churchill ghost tour. So we're gonna go walk around Churchill, which is like one of the oldest parts of Richmond, so I feel like it'd be extra spooky.
George Wythe's ghost?
Maybe.
Okay, we're gonna walk around the St. John's area because they got Halloween decorations out at these houses and they're really cool.
There's one right there.
There's one right there.
Oh, such a vibe. So there is a Halloween decoration contest for the houses in Churchill. So this is a really great place to walk around because if there's a contest, that means they actually try.
Yeah.
And the lanterns lit at night, and they're like Victorian lanterns. Like, look at that. There's this house that's so cute with like little like lights in the windows. And oh, here comes another one that we just saw that's lit up for Halloween. Ah, this is so exciting. No way.
It was scary.
I told Lucas we were going to give a review of the ghost tour, and I hear this breathing in my ear, and I look in the camera and I see behind me is Lucas being dramatic that he was scared. Okay, I'm on a creek on the floor. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Now you're on the creek. Oh,
Sounds
no.
like farts.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so the ghost tour ended up being like a historical tour of the Churchill neighborhood, which I absolutely love. Churchill at night is amazing. We've barely ever walked Churchill at night. I don't think we ever have,
really.
actually. We've driven it around like Christmas time. We've driven around at night, but never like walked it. So that was really fun to do as a group. And she was just telling us basically like the history behind places, and then like some of the ghost stories or like people seeing ghosts in certain places. Patrick Henry's pub, Elizabeth Van Loo's house, which is now an elementary school. Elmira Shelton, which is Edgar Allan Poe's Lost Love, her house, St. John's, and then a tobacco factory. I think I hit all the spots. I think that's pretty much where we went.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. I am a history lover, historian, obsessed with Richmond history. If you ever watched my video where I went through like my year in review, I give like a bunch of like book recommendations, so you know I've read a lot of history books, and I pretty much knew everything she said tonight, I will say. But I am a history-obsessed person.
Right.
I think I didn't really know anything about the tobacco factory, but everybody else in the group was like, whoa, what? So I think it's really good if you love a little history, or if you want to know more Richmond history and like hear the spooky side of Richmond or whatever. We did come back and the lights were on in Lucas's office, and that kind of scared me a little bit just because I was fresh from the ghost stories. But did you leave the lights on?
We have a switch in this house where like it seems like it's off and then it'll turn on. It's basically because I put smart lighting in a light that was dimmable before. I don't know. It's a long story, but it's kind of weird.
Okay.
I don't think it's a ghost.
Anyways, it was freaky. So I guess it got me a little bit, but I think it's really fun to do these ghost tours around Richmond, like I said, because you get the history, and also it's just 'tis the season, you know, so that's really fun. And we are going to do 2 more ghost tours around. So
Which
we're doing
will be the scariest? Who knows?
Yeah, because we're doing Yorktown and Williamsburg. I feel like Williamsburg is like going to be really scary, maybe. I don't know. Yorktown, a lot of stuff went down there too. Anyway, so I'll leave the link to the ghost tour we went on in the description below. I thought they were really fun, and our guide was really cool. Her name was Carly. Yeah, that's right. But it was a great day in Churchill. Honestly, I had an absolute blast. The food was amazing. I could not believe the chef kept bringing out new dishes.
Yeah.
Like, what? That was so
awesome.
Cool. And then CBS6 this morning, I was on the news, which is really fun. We got the coffee, Libby Hill vibes as always. What else?
I don't know. We're still waiting for the decor updates.
I know I promised it like 4 episodes ago, I feel like. But tomorrow for sure, hopefully, I will finally do the updated decor tour of the house. Because they did add a little bit of like bits and bobs here or there since episode 1, Vlogtober day 1.
Yeah.
And I will leave the Vlogtober playlist up here so you can watch all of Vlogtober and catch up. And then this is the Richmond playlist. And a lot of people are watching every day, which I absolutely love. I love when people, especially people I love watching on YouTube, do the everyday upload. So whether it's like Vlogmas, Vlogtober, or just Vlogust, which is vlogging in August, I love it because I feel like I have a video every day to watch, which is really fun. So I'm hoping you guys have fun watching a video every day too. I've been having such a blast making these. As I said yesterday, emotionally, I said yesterday, I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'm so glad you're having fun, as much fun as we are exploring Richmond and beyond during this Vlogtober season. So yeah, it's a great day. Can't wait for tomorrow and all the days. It's just a barrel of fun and a barrel of laughs. What? I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.